Testing.
No, it's my chair. Alright, you guys are. Alright. Can I have my chair, please?
It's my chair.
Reese, David, please give me my chair back before I have to pick you up.
Fine.
Thank you.
Hey.
He's been getting sassy in the last couple of weeks.
Sassy bear, sassy. So I'm gonna try
All
all
right.
these sauces that I make from scratch in this video. Okay?
So last session, you guys met a group of centaurs who warned you that there was a beast in an old abandoned tower nearby that you would basically have to either pass by or pass through. You got there and you ended up fighting a clay golem. You came out on top, but it was a couple of you took some pretty nasty hits. And unfortunately, with the way the golems work, your HP pools are diminished for the time being. I believe it's until until someone with a greater restoration spell or some similar magic that can refresh your bodies. You managed to beat it, and that is pretty much where we left off. Is you guys kind of licking your wounds and getting ready to continue on.
And we're still going south to the port city, right?
Yes, that was I believe, the consensus. Yes, because that is the port city is your ticket out of Neomar.
The,
If you choose to investigate the tower, there you will find an open doorway in the bottom that leads up into the tower itself.
okay.
Oh, potty, dude. You got him, or?
I'll go. Not sure why we need to have.
Token still works. That's good to hear.
Yeah, I refreshed his token and replaced it.
I was making sure that mine still worked too.
No, so the only reason it was deleted was because of limitations due to his membership status on Roll20. He's a free member, and they only get so much storage space. So he cleared his storage space and it erased the token.
Okay.
Which is what will happen if you erase a token. Like if I were to erase any of your guys' tokens outside of Shaggit's, because his was pulled straight from one of the on Roll20 stuff, it would delete your token and it'd be a broken image file in the cheat. So
I just for memory's sake, we are all level 5 or 6? 6.
Yeah. Ninja did.
Oh, okay. We're 6 now.
Yeah. You guys leveled up after beating the golem because you beat the golem.
It was a pity level, so we could get some HP back.
No, like I hadn't planned for you guys to fight the golem, but you guys fought the golem and won, so you deserved a reward for that because that fight was more than you should have been able to chew.
Fair enough.
Unfortunately, golems are not the smartest things on the planet, so
So, does anyone want to check this thing out? See why this golem was so protective of this tower? Or
Go for it.
All right. As you guys enter into the tower and head up the stairs, you find that the rooms inside are immaculate. Like this place hasn't been touched. And considering what was guarding it, it probably hasn't been.
all right,
The first floor is what looks to be like a living chamber. There's a place where you would have eaten, or whoever lived here would have eaten. There's some like comfortable-ish looking chairs that are sort of rotted away. Um, the next floor is obviously a study of some kind. There's stacks of books everywhere. Most of them are fairly moldy and kind of gross looking, but some of them are bound in like hardback leathers and are locked shut, and they look to be very, very well intact.
and unfortunately, I do not have any room to make any of those.
The next floor is the whoever's this was personal chambers. This is the floor that has the big hole in the wall. Leaning up against the side of the big hole in the wall is a skeleton dressed in old tattered robes. Across the room from him is what looks to be like an alchemical set of some kind that has been shattered and destroyed.
Oh, well, that explains what happened here, I think. And you guys know alchemy all too well? Does things violently explode this way?
I mean, I've been known to dabble in explosive components, if you know what I mean. Wouldn't call it alchemy, right? Right?
Maybe.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
is there nothing this explodey that you were aware of?
Hmm.
But other than just the mold and whatnot, is it a pretty decent place?
Yeah, it's pretty decent. There appears to be a small lockbox sitting at the head of the bed on a nightstand.
All right. Well, he's not gonna miss it, right? Is it just to check? Is it locked, unlocked?
It is locked, yes.
Okay. Then I shall see if this works.
All right. So you take your thieves tools out, pick the smallest lockpick you have, start twiddling at it, and it pops open fairly quickly. Whoever this person was, he took very good care of his things because the lock is still very, very well kept and the hinges are very well oiled. It pops open to reveal two garnet rings and a necklace. The
Uh,
necklace is emblazoned with a family crest underneath a red stone that you're fairly certain is a ruby.
all right. So two rings.
Two garnet rings and a ruby necklace.
Uh, would Mott have any knowledge of the family crest at all?
Make a history check for me.
All right. History. It's alphabetical. How can I always lose it every time I try and find it?
To, you are unsure of the family that this came from. However, you do recognize it as belonging to some. It's one of the human wizard families. You're not sure which one, but it is definitely one of their crests.
All right. Well, might as well take these and maybe we can use them as a bit of information bartering.
I mean, yeah, man. Shall we continue on?
Unless any of you guys wanted to take one of those books that are on the second floor. Yeah. But yeah, let's get going.
All right, so you guys pack up with your well-earned loot and head downstairs. As you guys exit the tower, it is starting to get close to noon, and you mount up and continue riding for the rest of the day, eventually reaching camp, an area to camp. You guys are still in the sparse grasslands that dot this side of uh, Neomar, and it's the view is amazing. Like you can see for miles and miles, but it also means that the wind and things that like that are not interrupted, and it is picking up fairly. It's turning into a very brisk day as you settle down for the camp.
You know, I'm actually starting to think that we didn't need to fight that thing because it was just chilling in that tower. We could have gone around that, just kind of holding his rib a little bit, going, "Yeah, it's still tender." uh, but
I mean, it was causing other people problems, though, right?
eh, yeah, and unfortunately, we do have a history of sticking our nose into things. But I'm just complaining because my ribs still hurt.
You need me to heal you?
It's more of a just a strain of the thing. It'll go away. I'm just complaining to complain right now.
Okay. Because I don't think I technically could, because, kind of drained me.
Yeah, you're on top of that, I gotta say.
Yeah, it's almost like someone who knew what they were doing was in charge of me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, my dude, I'm not feeling good at all though. Like I've been feeling drained since that giant golem smashed me a few times. It's like I can't get my breath back, man.
Hmm.
But we did at least take it down, and at least it's not going to be anybody else's problem, right? Small
Yeah.
favors for the world.
Although Grumble next time, like let's think about it. Let's not just charge in, my dude.
Grumble, I believe, stepped away for
Yeah,
a moment.
I know.
Yes, I defeated the boss again.
Well, let's settle down for the night. Try to get to the town tomorrow if we can, or whenever, as soon as possible, and maybe find someone to help you with your breathing.
Mm,
'Cause
that'd
I'm
be
sorry,
awesome.
I don't think I can really help you with that,
Yeah, it's all good.
Speaking of the port town, I know we already covered it, but I'm probably going to have to find the not main entrance and see if I can find us a way in.
Yeah, man. Whatever works. Let's follow your lead.
Uh,
That's what it looks like on its side. And look at its back. That's what it looks like on its back. This thing looks creepy. You think I
so who's our first watch, by the way?
I'll take first watch, dude.
Okay.
All right.
I guess I have to find it. Oh, this thing does look weird. I'm wrong. So let's see if I
Yeah, I'm gonna lay out my pack, lay out my camp stuff, get a fire going with flame, hopefully. And then take first watch when people start laying down after dinner.
kill the boss. The one that's fighting back. And now left over is this week. Uh-oh. There's two. That boss turned
All right.
into a sleep
So we'll give Grumble last watch since he's not here. Give him time to get back. So your first watch, go ahead and roll a perception for me.
All right.
All right. 19. The early evening passes fairly slowly. You have plenty of time to sit back, relax, puff a couple of puffs on your pipe. You can see for, like I said, miles. There's no way anything's sneaking up on you guys right now. Like unless you're like sleeping on watch, you're going to see whatever's coming.
Okay. Yeah, I'm also looking to the skies too for those flying wyvern people, you know.
Yeah. You don't see any wyverns. You see a couple of small dots in the distance that are flying, but they look like they're miles away.
Okay.
So who's next?
Whenever he wakes up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Who's next?
I'll wake up Mott if no one wakes up.
All right.
On you, buddy.
All right. Fair enough. All right. And then just perception again.
Yes, please. All right. You settle down, stoke the fire a little bit, and it's a calm night. You can even in the dark, you can see fairly well. The moon is very bright. The stars are smattered across the sky like diamonds in a black shroud. It's very peaceful and it's eerily beautiful out here, even for a city boy like you. But you don't see anything coming towards you. You don't see anything in the distance. Like you hear the wind. The wind's picked up and it's starting to rustle the tents a little bit. But other than that, it's a pretty nice night.
In all honesty, I was kind of expecting something, because with our luck, something would have shown up by now. And he's just kind of either talking or grumbling to himself for a little bit. And then it'll probably be Flame's turn after this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right, Flame, it's your turn.
Yum. Yeah. Anything to look out for?
Uh, Besides the just stillness of everything, not a thing.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe maybe watch the fire so it doesn't catch your tents on fire. That's about it.
All right. Okay. And he gets up and kind of finds a spot to kind of keep an eye on everything.
It's like this slow wire.
Sorry, I was looking for something. All right.
Jeez.
Good rolls. Um, yeah, like Mott said, other than the fire getting a little out of hand with the wind whipping it up, it's it's a very calm, very peaceful night. Uh, it's, the stars are out, the moon is almost full. You can see for a good distance out into the ways. Out kind of about the very edge of your vision, you see something stalking through the grasses, but it's probably 200-300 yards out, and it's not bothering you. Doesn't look like it wants anything to do with you guys.
I'll keep one eye on it.
All
Till
right,
it shifts up.
after a few minutes, it disappears into the darkness, heading away from your camp. After about another 20 minutes, you hear a squeal and a snarl off in the distance. Something has become something's lunch or dinner at this point,
Or breakfast.
or breakfast.
Huh?
But that is all that happens in your watch.
Okay. I'll go kick Grumble awake.
Okay. I will.
Wake up! It's your turn, Grumble.
I don't believe he's back yet, so I will just make his perception for him. Perception. Smiths.
I was hoping one of us would.
Of course. Yeah, Grumble took a lot of hit. Took some serious oompage from that fight. So he gets up, doesn't complain too much, despite his name, and sits down for watch. And after about an hour, he's back out cold. The morning dawns, and the three of you wake up to find Grumble sitting kind of slumped over, sleeping, and nothing untoward has happened, thankfully.
That is gonna kink your neck.
Welcome back,
Oh,
Shane. You fell asleep at watch.
Yeah, sorry about that.
You're good.
Well, since you're back, Flame's gonna walk up to Grumble and be like, "Wake up! We're under attack! We're under attack!
Where
There's
are
wolves
they?
everywhere!"
No!
Gonna totally freak out Grumble.
I'm gonna run over here, yelling and screaming, "Rah!" Then stop and look around.
Outside of your companions and your horses, there is nothing to be seen out here.
I'm gonna say, "They're invisible!" and start attacking the air.
You can do it, Grumble! I believe in you! You got this!
Rah! Swing, swing, swing.
Yeah, no. This goes on for a good few minutes while the rest of you pack up and get ready to go. Eventually, Grumble comes back to the camp and, breathing a little hard, sweat kind of riveting down his face a little bit.
I think I got him.
Nice
Oh,
job, my
you
dude.
did, Mom. Yeah, man. You rocked it.
So you guys head back out, mount up the horses, and head back out on the road. As you travel through the day, it's very nice outside. The wind has died down, and it's quite a pleasant trip. You see a few like large bird-like creatures in the distance, but they're so far away that they're not going to bother you. You travel most of the day before you come across a group of men and three massive dogs uh, heading in the opposite direction down the road. They see you and they stop and kind of stare, and then one steps forward and hails you. Oi, well met. What
Well met. Who are you?
name's Jonathan. These are my brothers, Eric, Tim, and Horace.
Hmm.
We're hunters.
Ah,
Quadruplets?
get any good game?
Not yet, but we're out looking for something in particular. You wouldn't happen to have seen a massive boar around here, would you?
No.
No.
Can't say that I have, but do you need help with it?
No. What?
Well, not particularly. We're not any strangers to hunting boar. It's just we haven't been able to find this one, and it's been driving us crazy. We've been hunting for 3 days now. We were hoping
Oh.
someone had seen some spoor or some track.
Uh, no, we're just trying to get back to the port town. Up further
Ah,
north, we got lost in a sandstorm, and we've been kind of following the side trails for as long as we can.
ah. Well, you're not far off. You about about 6 days or so out. Um, our village is only about another half a day's ride from here if you need to stop and restock.
Just resting up on an actual bed would be nice. Do you happen to know that tower about a day's travel back?
I We know the Golem's tower. What about it?
We
Um,
killed the
it's
golem.
yeah, it's now just the tower.
Really? He kind
Yeah.
of stops and stares at you, gives you a real hard look, and he kind of like nods his head. Well, we appreciate that. That's one that's one stretch of grasslands we can hunt again.
You're
Um,
welcome. Uh,
yeah,
do you know anything about the major city to the south?
Mm,
port town.
the port town?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Not really. We don't travel out that way very often. Most My brother, actually, Horace, come here. And the other brother runs forward. He's kind of a short. He's shorter than his first brother, stockier. Um, he's built more like Grumble. He comes forward. I've been to the port town a couple of times to trade furs. What you need?
Just
Well,
tell me what about it? What do you know about it?
I mean, it's a port city. It thrives on trade. I go there maybe once a month to trade furs and pelts.
what my friend is asking is, well, we're adventurers, and
I
we kind of stick our noses where they don't belong,
I
fixing the problems like that golem. We were just wondering if you've heard anything the city might reward someone for us because
uh,
a whole bunch of mud was not worth it.
I can't say I have. Um, the tower's so far out of their way that they don't really care about it. The main road doesn't go anywhere near it.
Fair enough. Figured we'd ask. Because as much as helping people out is nice, it doesn't help for the medical bills.
Aye, that's true. Um, Actually, there was one thing. The city guard are kind. I was there last fortnight, and
Wait, are the blue guys bad guys?
no, they're not. But and
They're good
there was
guys?
talk of
Well, that's
um,
debatable.
The blue guys are good guys?
they're neutral right now.
Are you?
Yes, there was talk of some kind of ruckus or something that had happened uh, in what was it in Game, the capital.
Oh?
I
Oh,
some
what'd you hear? What'd you hear?
All I heard was that some local noble had been killed and his house had been
Hmm.
burned to the ground or something. It wasn't any business of mine. I just heard it happen. I just overheard it at the tavern.
Hmm.
Well,
Was he anybody important? I mean, I guess a noble, but like any.
He was apparently on their council, so a minor
Hmm.
councilman. Other
Ah,
than
that's a
that, I
big deal.
really don't know. Like I
Hmm.
said, I heard it in passing as I was getting a drink.
Fair
Do
enough.
you know who did it? Was it like some cult or?
They never said if there was a suspect. They just said someone had apparently gone into his home, set it on fire, and then they found him dead in the basement.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
crazy. Psychopaths, man. Who does
yeah, and
that?
not only that, you know how the rumor mill goes. Like a noble stubs his toe, or steals his coin purse. And, city's under attack.
I I wouldn't put too much faith in the ramblings of a bunch of drunkards in a tavern anyway. By the way, um, yes, if that's all that I can tell you, then I suppose we'd best get back on the hunt. We
Yeah.
One second, gentlemen, and Flame's gonna cast locate animals,
all right,
and describe the large boar, and see if he can
all right.
figure out where that thing is.
Um, so there is a
Okay.
boar creature of some kind, about maybe 30, 40 minutes ride south.
Okay. I'm gonna tell him. I got the winds are telling me that there's a boar to the south. About 30
Oh,
minutes ride. Yeah.
well then, hopefully that's the one we're after.
Hope so.
Well, you gentlemen have helped us. Is there anything we can do to help you before we leave?
Uh, your village sounds like a nice respite. Point us in the direction again. I kind of forgot which way.
He points back the way they were coming from. Just follow the road this way, like I said, about half a day, give or take, and you'll be there. If you ride hard, you might make it before the end of the night.
Fair enough. Well, while we're going there, need any word sent back at all?
No, they know we're out here. They know where we've gone, the direction we've gone. If anything comes up, they'll send a scout to find us.
Fair enough. All right.
Happy
Well,
hunting.
yep.
Hey,
Have,
good luck to the four. Good luck to you four as well.
Oh.
And they hike up their spears and their bows, and they take off running down towards the south.
and once we start going again, how is it that that's the one thing that everyone actually remembers correctly?
Okay.
I
I
don't
guess
know.
we're gonna go.
Yep.
All right. So, are you guys going to ride hard and get to the city tonight, or the town tonight, or are you going to camp out again?
Um, I'm not gonna. I think we should ride normally, to be honest.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll camp out for one more night
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
before you reach there. All right. So you guys continue riding at your steady ground clearing pace, coming to a stop as the sun begins to set. You set up camp. You decide to watch.
Good
You munch,
berries.
you munch some good berries.
All right. Then, sorry, I got distracted by Duolingo.
Mm-hmm.
I heard the ding in the background.
Yeah, Callista's been learning Spanish on the side.
Fair enough. I just heard the ding and it reset my brain.
Because your Duolingo Bing just threw Kiba off. The 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 dinging noise it makes.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. But besides the point, um, I I can take first watch tonight. And it's not like anything's really been crazy these last couple days.
Watch out for the
And
invisible warriors. They might come back.
if it's those deadly Zephyr winds, I will definitely get you.
Okay. I'll try not to fall asleep this time.
I mean, to be fair, you took a pretty good beating the day before, so
Mhm.
like you can be forgiven for falling asleep on watch. But
Yeah.
yes, go ahead and make your perception rolls. You guys can just all roll them at once, and I'll tell you what happens.
Right.
And they're just like nothing. Ah! Oh Jesus!
Uh oh.
And now it's the night of the bad rolls.
Uh oh.
Well,
For
Mott
all
was
of it.
going first, so he falls asleep, right? Nobody else watches.
Oh.
I got you, boys.
Mott, you do in fact fall asleep on watch.
That's fair.
It's dark. The the moon is out. It's full tonight. It's beautiful night, and it's so peaceful. You actually have trouble staying awake,
Right.
and eventually you just sort of nod off, and then a particularly large pop of the fire wakes you up about 2 hours in, and you realize what's happened.
Oh, huh. He'll wake Flame up and have him watch and go, Nothing happened.
Oh, okay. None the wiser.
Flame,
Okay.
yeah, your watch is pretty much the same. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's nice night, and nothing happens. The same goes for Grumble's watch and
I
Brian.
am super paranoid about invisible specters.
You're the only one who manages to notice anything awry. Um, you notice another campfire not too far from you guys.
Okay. I keep my eye on it. Is it? I mean, it's still like clear. I can see pretty well.
Yes,
Okay.
it's a ways out. It's probably, if you were to measure it in football fields, it'd be like 5 or 6 football fields.
Okay.
Like, so it's a ways out there, but if you can see theirs, they can probably see yours.
Well, I'm not going to alert any. I'm just going to, for the most part, keep my eyesight in that general direction to see if anyone's coming up upon us. But
Uh,
I'm not going to wake people up and cause a panic because just be other adventurers like us.
Or that
uh,
hunting party.
Yeah. Yeah. What could go wrong? What could go wrong?
Nothing.
all right, morning dawns bright and cold, and you guys wake up looking, getting your stuff ready, and you do in the distance see a what looks to be a pack of something moving through the grass towards you.
So, there was another campsite. Was it in the same direction as what I saw, the campsite?
Yes, there's a large group of things moving through the brush. They're low to the ground, but they are coming up fairly quickly.
So guys, there was another campsite way over there when you guys were sleeping. And it looks like now they're coming towards us.
Do we run or do we stay and encounter them?
I get up and start moving towards them. I say we meet them in the field.
Wrong way.
Oh, this way.
I mean, you really want to meet them in the fields?
Yeah, follow me.
As you guys are there talking and deciding whether or not to meet them in the field, uh, go ahead and give me another set of perception checks.
22.
Okay, so 1, 2,
Hey,
3.
Nice.
So all of you except Mott realize that what's coming towards you, and then eventually Mott will see what's coming. Um, there's a massive pack of gnolls coming for you. And by massive, I mean there's probably 20 or 30 of these guys.
Jesus. And
Oh.
gnolls are enemies.
It's whatever it is, it's more than likely a war party.
Time to go, Grumble. We're getting on our horses and leaving now.
Oh,
No
yeah.
fight? Dang it. And I start
No,
running
nope.
back to the horse.
And he's gonna like just grab it, shit, and like Brian, we're going now.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
All right, as you guys mount up, the first batch of them breach the perimeter of the campsite, and you can see that they are heavily armed, and the one in front is massive. It stands well over 6 feet tall. It's heavily bulked, and it's got some kind of weird, like purple haze, like spilling from its jaws.
Yeah,
Ooh.
we gallop, we go. We leave.
Ah.
All right, so you guys mount up immediately, spur the horses into a gallop, and as you leave them in the dust, you hear the gnolls basically screaming in fury behind you. Their prey has escaped.
Are
Ew.
they giving chase though?
No, you guys are on horseback. You're moving much faster than they can move. They chase you for probably half a mile and then stop, realizing that they're not going to catch you.
Okay. My only concern is we're not that far away from a village, and we might be leading them to that village.
Well, we'll have to warn the village anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, we could just not go to the village.
Well, but they might also go to the village just because they're close enough to it, right?
Yep.
That's true. Got a
I mean,
point.
the village has survived this long without the gnolls attacking them. I'm sure they'll be fine.
Just as a courtesy, let's at least warn them that a war party is about. Because those hunters, they're pretty decent guys, and after this blows over, they might be able to be rescued or make sure that they're still alive. So, let's at least warn the village.
I mean, sure, it's free to warn somebody.
There you go.
All right, you guys ride on, following the road, and eventually you see on the horizon a plume of black smoke.
Oh no.
As you get closer, you realize that it's the village, or what's left of it. That war party was coming from where the village was.
Let's go look for
Oh,
survivors.
yeah. Yeah, might as well try and see if we can find anyone.
Shit.
Never fear, Grumble's here. I say as I trot through the village.
Hold off on that there, Grumble.
As you enter the city, or what is left of this town, it's the gnolls did a number on this place. There's bodies lining the streets. Buildings are burned, and there's an ungodly stench of just burned wood, blood, and offal. There, you spend a better part of an hour looking around the village, but there is no one to be found.
I'd be yelling too. Like, is
Yeah,
anybody alive? Does anybody
Either the
need help?
survivors,
yeah,
either the survivors have run, which is more than likely, or there are no survivors.
yeah. Well, damn it.
You want to go fight the gnolls? Take vengeance?
No.
No.
Okay, I guess we move
Well,
on.
I mean, we could do horseback combat where we keep them at a distance and hit them with our magic.
I mean, what if they kidnap the townsfolk and are gonna sacrifice them or something?
Well,
I mean,
first let me do something because the guys that were hunting that boar were from this village, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
They need to know. So I'm gonna cast sending, and I'm going to try to get in contact with the guy we met, the leader of that pack, or whatever. And I'm gonna say, caution, war band of gnolls ravaging countryside. Town you suggested burned to the ground. Sorry. Looking for survivors. You know? Got people
All right.
within 25 words.
All right. So yeah, you get an answer back, basically saying, "What do you mean town is burned to the ground?"
I feel like that's self-evident.
You got to remember these guys
No, I know.
were
I know.
just
They're in shock.
there the other day. Like,
All right, I'll cast it again. Fucking burning my spell slots. And I'll respond saying, "We are at town now. It is destroyed. Looking for
Nope.
survivors. None found so far.
all
Be
right,
careful."
you
Yeah.
don't get a message back this time. You just whatever you've said to them has hit home, and they're not responding.
Okay. So I'm gonna scamper up to Grumble and Flame and be like, "I sent the message. Burned 2 of my spells. I've got a little headache now, especially with the smell in the air." Ugh.
Well, I'm
Do
up
we?
for killing some gnolls if you guys are up for it.
So let's be real here. If we choose to engage the gnolls, we cannot take them head on. Right? There's
Why not?
far too many of them. Grumble, buddy, my dude, you know why you can't take 40 gnolls at the same time.
Depends how strong they are.
They're gnolls.
In a fight, right?
40
Uh,
gnolls in a head-on fight.
depends how strong they are, how strong my backup is.
I love the confidence, but the numbers are not with you, my dude.
So, as I was saying, Mott and Brian, if we were to fight these, the only way we could have a chance of winning is by using our ability to outmaneuver the enemies. We'd stay on our horses and we'd hit them with ranged attacks until we killed them all. It's the only way we could possibly win this, and it would be a long, grueling fight. So the
Yeah.
question is, do we have the ability to fight them at range for a prolonged period of time?
One thing, good idea. Our horses are not war horses. I don't think they would be able to keep that going for a while.
That's actually a really good point. Just the violence, they might freak and panic under us.
Yep. And as you said, numbers are not on our side. So even if we get lucky, all it takes is for them to get lucky once. We have to get lucky a lot.
We don't really have to get lucky a lot. Again, if we could just keep our distance, but there is a problem of I agree with you. The horses, if the horses panic, we're dead.
Yep.
But if the horses didn't panic, we would be fine so long as we had range. Which I'm not sure if this group has range. I think I might be the only one with the ability to strike at range effectively.
He's just gonna unsling his short bow from his bag, going, "I still got this."
Yeah.
Not too many arrows left. I'd have to get lucky in one arrow per gnoll, but I don't think I'm that good of a marksman.
Also,
Yeah.
why I got a few. I mean, I got a few spells, my dude, that could be at range. You've seen me use them before, but That's not a lot, and I will run out. I could do like 8 total, but that'll exhaust me totally.
I mean, we could do a hit and run where we attack them and then fall back and try to wear them down over a prolonged period of time.
I mean,
Like
that's if
I
they're
days.
even
could
following us, you know? Like,
I could attack them and like run up and try to fight them.
Do you want to die, Grumble?
No, I want to kick some ass.
Yes, but unfortunately your axe goes through one, maybe two before the other 20 pounds.
Do I have
So,
speak with animals set up? No.
so as much as it would be good to probably get vengeance for the town, it is unfortunately not something that we can, at our current level of preparedness, actually handle.
So there's also those hunters, right? They
Yeah.
had bows and arrows and they were on horseback. I mean, we could try
No,
to.
they were on foot.
Oh, they were on foot with dogs. Oh,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
might be in big trouble. Oh,
Do we,
they're probably they're probably gonna die.
do we at least want to try and see if we can find them and help them get to safety?
the gnolls are between us and them, right?
Yeah, but if the gnolls picked up our scent and those guys are freaking out because the town's burnt down now, they're gonna be coming back as fast as they can. They'll run straight into the gnolls.
Well, the question is, are the gnolls still chasing us, or are they just going to the next location because they've already burned and destroyed this place?
Yeah. Yeah, we don't know.
Oh. Like the
Yeah.
only thing I could think of is warn the hunters now, seeing how they're the only people we know. And Flame, you can find their animals, can't you? Or their
Yeah.
dogs.
Yeah. I could locate their dogs, their mastiffs or whatever.
Then that way we can at least, safety in numbers, double our number, and make sure that they are at least safe.
Yeah.
So if you
So
guys want, we can do that. Otherwise, uh, it'd be essentially just
does it not have? Does
and
it
I
he's
don't
have?
know.
just gonna shrug
I'm
and
looking for a fight.
We know his vote.
yeah,
Flame Mont, it's on you guys because I'm all for helping people. It would be nice if we didn't have to deal with an entire village's death and demise by those hunters too.
yeah.
Yeah.
But it is a
I,
risk.
I wish I had my spell set up where I could talk to talk to our horses, see if I could gauge their I mean, even though they're just horses, but kind of gauge their willingness to be calm under danger. Granted, we've already kind of been there, and they kind of freaked out with the wyvern.
Yeah,
So I don't know. I think at a minimum we should go try to find the hunters.
yeah. So, yeah, let's do that and hope. And he's gonna look at Grumble, and if we get lucky, there might be a null scout or something that we can throw our frustration into. Sound good, Grumble?
I mean, I guess. All I have is javelins, though. We count how many javelins I have.
So here's the thing too. We might run into a situation where we either fight the gnolls to save those guys, or run away to leave them to die. Right?
Mm, that could
Because
be a possibility.
yeah.
I have
Well, I
four
think
javelins. I have 4 attacks that can make in
great.
12 seconds. That's it.
Well, I mean,
So
javelins
let's.
can't we just take wood from these burnt down houses and make more?
I
We
mean, you want to
could. We
make
just have
javelins?
no. We have
I've
no
never
way
done
of.
that before, but
I also have 2 hand axes, so I guess I have 18 seconds doing my combat prowess of range attacks.
So let's. I think we go. I think we go try to find those people.
Or at least get a lay of the land, the situation, like why they coming towards us or going towards them.
Yeah.
But we do have to act quick because they might be already be upon them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah. Flame, lead the way.
I wish I had prepared better for the day. Oh well, I got what I got. Okay. Okay. I will cast locate. See if I can catch the dogs because they're. I think you said they were like mastiffs, right?
Yes, they are 3 different colored mastiffs.
Yeah. So I'm gonna just
All
3
right.
colored mastiffs.
You pick up the trail of the mastiffs. They are about, they're just on the very tip range of your spell's ability, but you know where they are.
Okay. Well, they're that way. I'm assuming it's back the way we came. They're back. They're that way.
Right. And I take it we're going to be kind of going a little bit faster than the trot.
I think we should be careful because we might have to escape in a gallop very quickly. So we should go quickly, but not too fast. We don't want to tire out our horses, but we want to move quickly.
Also,
So
if
at a medium fast pace.
if we do encounter them and have to shoot from range while retreating, obviously attack the big guy with the weird
Mhm.
colors around him. It might discourage or dissuade some of the others.
Yeah.
Fair enough. And Mott will get his bow and arrows properly uh, prepared on the horse.
I want to ask the gnome some questions. When I say ask, I mean axe.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you guys set out for the location of the hunters and their dogs, um, riding through the village to back out the way you came. It's a sombering sight and one that drives home how actually dangerous it is out here. You continue riding fairly hard, not pushing too so far that your horses are frothing at the mouth, but you ride up upon the hunters at an oasis about 4.5 miles from the village. Um, they have, as you ride up on them, you see them, they level spears and draw arrows, and then they realize who it is that's coming, and you see them relax. They have a boar carcass with them. It's a big creature. They don't look any worse for wear. Um, they don't look so hot. Is what I'm trying to say. One of them has a splint wrapped around the upper part of his leg. Uh, 2 of them have bandages uh, on their chests and arms. The only brother that doesn't look like he took any sort of physical oomph is Horace, and he is sitting there just he's in tears.
On our way here, did we see any signs of the gnolls? Because we should
No,
see
you
like
did not.
large, disturbed.
You didn't see any sign other than the smashed, trampled campsite that you used the night before. There is no signs of them outside of where they. It looked like they went back the way they came towards their camp.
Okay.
Hail,
Hey,
friends! How are you holding up?
Well, we got our asses kicked by a dire boar. Thank you for that.
sorry.
That's not the beast we were looking for. But we've also been told that our home has been burned to the ground by something, some kind of war party. What happened? What do you
Yeah,
know?
yeah. That was me, sir. I sent that message. We just came from there. We're sorry.
and
We
it
were
was
worried about you. I'm sorry, Mark.
it was Knowles.
Knowles. Bloody hell. Bloody hell, not the Knowles, not again.
We need not again.
The last village we lived in was attacked by Knowles as well. We were lucky enough to survive, but we lost one of our brothers to them.
Um, does your village have any like safety spots that
There's
survivors
a
might have gone to?
there's a cave system up in the foothills about 3 miles from the village. If anyone survived, that'd be where they'd gone.
Is that somewhere we can take you? Make sure that you know safety in numbers.
We wouldn't be able to keep up with your horses. As you can tell, we're a little wounded.
Well, let's do something about that now. Um, and I'm gonna summon my not wild shape. Summon. There we go. Summon my wildflower spirit because I leveled and I get a cool perk where I get an extra D8 every time I heal or do fire damage. So when so
Don't burn yourself out, Flame. I can assist as well, so
yeah,
we could
I'll
share the
use
load.
yeah, I think so. I figured casting a couple heals. So whoever looks particularly hurt in so I'm gonna look at them. Whoever looks hurt and is hurt in like their legs, if that makes sense, because I want to make sure they're mobile. It's like if they have a broken arm,
Yeah.
it's like whatever. But if they, so I'm looking at them first.
All right, the guy closest to you right here, his leg is the one in the splint.
Okay. So what I'm gonna do? Oh, I summoned. I gotta make sure Spark's out. Come here, Spark. Because suddenly Spark goes. I'm like, he's my little helper to help me heal. And I'm gonna reach out and I'm going to touch the guy, and I get an extra 1d8. Jesus Christ!
Nice.
Here's
All
12.
right,
Let me just max that out real quick for you. Here's 20 health back.
all right. Well, he's back to full. You put your hands on him, cure, and cast the spell. There's a brief pulse of greenish white light, flint, sort of tinged with orange, and he kind of looks at his leg, like very tentatively stands up, and then he just kind of like does that curious little hop on one leg,
Mm-hmm.
and he looks at his brothers. And he's like, my leg's healed. I didn't think I was going to walk again.
Oh,
I'm
well,
I'm gonna go to this guy and do the same thing, although without the flame spirit, because I'm not as cool. Pass it at second level. There you go.
Oh damn.
All right,
Another
he is
maxed.
he is back up to full. You see him like pat his chest down and his arm, and he looks at you and, "Why, thanks, young man." Or wait, you're a grown halfling. My apologies.
I'll take any compliment you gave me. Yeah, I'm whatever age you need me to be, friend.
I walk over to the last guy and
He also like he takes a real deep breath, and you can see his rib cage like expand under the bandages. Oh, I can breathe again. Thank you.
yeah.
I wasn't looking forward to nursing broken ribs on the way home, but
So we'll escort you to that cave system. We can't
At
guarantee
your
we're
at your pace. Sorry.
yeah at your
Yeah.
pace. We can't guarantee you won't be attacked or we won't be attacked by the gnolls. But if we are attacked, we'd like you to run as fast as possible away. And we will try to distract them long enough for you to get out of sightline. Yeah, and then maybe we can rendezvous later, or maybe we all die. We'll
we
kind of
will
play that one by ear.
we'll do what we can. If it comes to it, we'll heed your warning. You are obviously much more skilled fighters than we are, so if you say to run, we will run.
Well, the problem is with the quantity of gnolls we saw. Like normally, taking on a dozen of them would be, we could do it, but there was like 4 times that amount. So in a pitched fight, we would certainly kill quite a few of them, but I think
But
we would die in the
we are,
process.
we understand. We'll we'll lead you to the cave system once we get past the village. But
Yeah.
and we'll, brothers, keep your wits about you and don't go doing something stupid, Horace. You see Horace just kind of look up with tears running down his face, and he's just like, "You expect me to let those filthy hyena-faced?" You see the other brother, one of the other brothers, walk over and like slap him. Horace, this is not the time. We understand you've lost more than we have, but that's no reason to lose your cool and go gallivanting off to your death. What good would you do anyone then? And you see him just hang his head. All right, lead the way. And you see them like they pack up their bows and their spears, and the dogs. One of the dogs gingerly gets up and like begins to walk towards you, and you see the hunter just look at it like, oh, we forgot the we forgot one of our masters took a heavy blow. That beast came out of nowhere at us. We thought we were dead.
You want this one, Brian, or do you want me to take it?
I could do it. I'm gonna go up to the dog if he lets me.
I mean, it looks at you and kind of shies away when you reach out to it, but it doesn't. At a word from its commander, it doesn't move anymore.
It's okay, buddy. It's okay. Come here. And I'm gonna cast a level 1 on him. Hey,
Nice.
Yeah,
girls are
the
on
dog
fire.
kind of shimmered. He shakes a little bit, and then he like looks at you and like leans forward and licks you on the cheek,
Aw.
and then gets up
Hey,
and bounds over
good
to
boy.
where his master is sitting. All right, let's let's hope someone else made it out. Let's go.
And I'll just command Spark to follow. Stay close, follow. And he flies anyway, so he can keep up, no problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He does. He's a floating fire spirit.
You guys get back to the village, and the hunters take the lead this way, and they lead you in a sort of northwesterly direction.
Mhm.
Um, it takes, like he said, it takes about 3 or 4 hours to get there by foot. Um, when you get there, you do see that there's a big cave entrance in the foothills. Um, one of the brothers steps forward and, is there anyone in there? Did anyone make it out? And from inside, you hear a voice. Aye, some of us made it. Is that you, Tim? Aye, we're coming in. We have friends with us. Please do not be alarmed. And as you guys enter the cave, you see there's probably about 30 or 40 people in the cave chamber. Most of them are wounded in some way or form. There's several children that are they hollow-eyed and looking at you with fear. Um, an older gentleman comes forward and, oh, it's good to see the brothers alive. Did are you? Who are you fellows? Who are you gentlemen?
Just traveling adventurers who got lost. Your
Well,
your hunter friends pointed us in the direction of your town, and well, we came across the aftermath, and seeing how they
yes.
wanted to at least help us out, we brought them back safe to you guys.
Well, we do appreciate that greatly. We were beginning to worry.
And sir, how many wounded do you have?
It's 8, 9 of us. Two
And
of us
you
aren't going to live through the night.
Well, can you put them all? Well, about those two. Can you put everyone together? There's something I can do that might help at least marginally.
Uh, very well. He walks over and grabs a couple of the more able-bodied people to help, you know, help people manage hobble over to you. The two individuals he says probably won't live through the night. He does drag them over, but once you get a good look at them, they're beyond your help.
They are black cards,
Are
unfortunately.
they just dead?
No,
Like,
they are. The wounds are so severe that no amount of healing magic available to you will save them.
Oh,
If they
as
were,
they all
One
hobble. No.
one of them is missing an arm. It's been torn off his shoulder,
oof.
and he's still lucky. He's lucky to still be breathing. And the other one has a gash wound going from shoulder to hip. And as you kind of get a good look at them, um, the gash wounds, they're claw marks, and they're festering with something. There's some kind of like poison or something in the wound.
hmm.
So I'm going to. I'm going to be in like silent prayer as people hobble towards me and get like in a group, and I'm going to use my one of my two channel divinities, Balm of Peace. No, not Balm of Peace. The other one. No, that is the one, right? It's been a while. Yeah, and I'm basically just going to walk around the wounded, so I get within range, so I can impart some of my healing on them. It's not a lot, but it's something, you know.
Yeah,
All right, so for 9, and so I'm going to touch each of them, pray to Sirilali, and then I'm going to move to the next one, and basically do what I tried to do to Kunari. Didn't work.
yeah.
Yeah.
The people who you can save, they look visibly relieved at the healing. Several of them like stand up straight and like pat their bodies like they can't believe that it's happened. Uh, as you approach, as you basically approach the two gentlemen that aren't going to make it, you see the one with his arm torn off. He reaches up and grasps your arm. My child, the little boy with the raven hair. Did you just save him?
Is he
And
is he here
as you
or
as you look around, you do see that there's a young boy of probably about 8 or 9 with raven black hair who's staring at you.
he's okay? He made it.
Good. Thank you. And his arm sort of falls away and goes limp.
I just bow my head and
After
then continue my rounds and then finish.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
after
mean,
you've healed them,
I have the spell as much as, dramatic death scene moment, but I have a spell.
do I am aware that you have this spell. However, it will not work
I
because there is
I've had
no.
it prepared for so long just in case somebody dies. I'm gonna raise up. I can use it finally. Oh,
I mean, if you want to waste it, you're more than welcome to.
totally gonna do it. Totally gonna
All
try.
right.
Bah!
So you as you see him basically pass from this mortal coil, you rush forward, place your hands on his chest, and there is a strange like sizzling sound as the magic passes through you.
Mhm.
Um, he there's a large like intake of breath as he like gasps and starts coughing,
Mhm.
and you see everyone's eyes just go wide, and the little boy comes running over and like throws himself over the top of him, and you just hear him bawling. The man looks at you and just, what did you? How did you?
Um,
Thank you.
I don't know if you're out of the woods yet, but I'm hoping between this and I'm gonna also then cast Cure Wounds real quick to try to see if that
All right.
somewhat stabilizes him. Flame Spark isn't around, so but kind of
All right.
try to make him feel better. I mean, no arm is no arm. He's without an arm, but maybe he'll at least survive.
Survive. You see the bleed, like the massive bleeding slowing down. You
Mm.
pretty sure he's out of the most danger, but he's not out of the woods just yet.
Mm. Mm.
The old man, who's, you can probably guess is the village elder, comes over and pats you on the side, and we'll take it from here. Thank you. I don't know how you did that, but thank you.
Well, yeah, don't thank me yet. There's still work to be done.
We'll we'll manage that. You've done more than your fair share.
Oh, so I hate to be grim about this, but what are you guys going to do now?
Now, now we head for the port city and hope and pray that someone there will send help to deal with these gnolls.
Well, as it turns out, we're heading there. Are you planning on all going there as refugees, or did you just want to send somebody
We
there?
don't really have a choice. We have nothing left here.
But listen, there is one thing I can do that I'm sure at least 10 of you will appreciate. And that's good berries for you, and a good berry for you, and everybody up to 10 people gets a good berry. Woo! It's gonna hand out good berries to
Welcome to Good
They
Burger, home of the Good Burger. May I take your order?
they take
everybody.
them. You see the parents obviously hand them to the children first, and most of the kids take them and bite into them very gingerly, not sure what to expect.
Mhm,
Um, but you have doled out as many berries as you can to the good people of the village.
mhm,
The
mhm.
the headsman, the elder, he looks at you, and you four are godsend. I don't know which god sent you, but you are a godsend.
Sinead, I point at Brian.
Yep. Shanae.
That is not accurate at all, Sir League, everybody. But yeah,
So, when do you think you'll be able to move? Tomorrow? The day
We
after?
It'll take a couple of days before everyone's ready to travel.
Why don't
If
we just
push,
travel with these guys and try to pass off as refugees?
Well, I don't know why we need to pass off as refugees, but I think we should travel with them to help them
Yeah,
get to the city safely.
that
Um,
is that is the plan of
Well,
that.
if if we try to pass off as refugees, maybe we can enter the city with no fuss.
I'm assuming this conversation is by ourselves privately, correct?
No, it wasn't, but okay.
Again, Sir Grumble, I don't know why you would make such a statement. We are, my dude, absolutely fine with helping them. I'm sure the guards will be happy to help the saviors of refugees in, and we don't have to
Yeah,
pretend to be refugees to get in.
yeah. The only thing that I do want to point out is, as much as Flame can help everyone out with the good berry, we will still need our hunter friends to help sustain everyone else. So
I
we're gonna have to
you
split
can
things
count
up.
on us for that.
Other than that,
We're,
the only thing that we really need to figure out is marching order.
Mhm.
Women, kids. elderly in the middle, um, those who can navigate up front, and some fighters up front, and then maybe some good defenders in back.
Works for me.
Do you have
What
any
if they attack from the
horses?
side, though?
Hopefully, because of everything so flat around here, we'll at least see them coming.
Do you have any horses and carriages? Like,
The only horses we had were draft horses, and I heard them being slaughtered as we ran.
do you know if you had any carriages in the city? I mean, we weren't looking for any.
If there are any left, I doubt they're of any serviceable use.
Because if we could get people onto carriages, I mean, we could walk while you take our horses.
We can. You see, Horace, the one brother who was crying. He's got a young woman wrapped in his arms, and he's looking at you. My brothers and I will check the village. If we find a carriage, we'll come back and get you. But we saw what was left of the place. I don't think that there's anything left for us there.
Okay. Is there anybody that could potentially repair a slightly damaged carriage who's left?
Our only carpenter is laying right there, sans one arm.
Oh, okay.
And remember, Horace, you're only there to see if there's a salvageable cart, nothing else.
I'm aware.
Okay.
My beloved is safe, and that is all I can ask for. I will
Alright.
be as careful as humanly possible.
Did somebody go with them? Grumble or
Uh, I'll at least come. I'm light on my feet.
yeah. Maybe you would be a better choice. I think I'd like to stay here and rest for a bit. I've used a lot of energy.
Same, admittedly.
You're more than welcome to rest here.
Yeah.
If anything does happen, it will be reassuring to have men of your caliber amongst us.
Yeah, and I'll guard the cage entrance for invisible specters. We got attacked by them the other night.
Kind of like looks to Grumble and looks back at Flame and Brian, and is he being
Blake
serious?
just shakes his head. just
I-
like ignore it.
I just shrug kind of nonchalantly.
You know what, son?
Watch TV.
Okay, I'll shut the Xbox off.
And for some remotes.
Yeah.
It's right there.
How many of the hunters are going?
All of them.
Okay.
So you guys, the hunters, load up with their weapons. They've each one of them has a long heavy spear. Two of them have their bows with them, and the five of you head into the village and begin searching it. Go ahead and make an investigation check for me.
Yay! Investigation. One of those
Here's
skills
my
I actually
here's my perception for the invisible specters.
like.
All right. Between the five of you, you do manage to find a cart that doesn't look like it's too terribly damaged. It's missing a wheel, but there's enough carts that are lying around that have perfectly good wheels that have been smashed open that you could probably salvage one of those wheels and put it on this cart.
Okay. We could definitely try that.
All right. To salvage the wheel would be probably. I'm trying to think of what the skill would be for that. Let me look at a skill sheet real quick. In this case, I want to say a survival roll.
Ooh, yay! Something I'm not good at. I
Glad I'm
will.
not there.
I will definitely try.
All right.
Hey, you definitely
I
did
did.
well.
You look at the cart. You look at the way that the wheel is pinned on there, and you realize it's going to be just a simple matter of pull one pin, hammer one pin out, pull the wheel off, and then slap it on the other cart.
All right.
We've got 4 strong hunters with you who can lift the cart, and you can just slap the wheel on and hammer the pin home.
All right. Can do that. And then
It takes you guys roughly 20 minutes to do all that. While you guys are doing that, one of the Hunt brothers looks at you and so, pardon me for prying, but your friend back there, the comment he made about being refugees, you boys are in some trouble, aren't you?
a little bit. So I am from the capital, and the nobles made a game out of my visits, and I kind of got tired of it. And I brought some friends out to the distance, and the nobles didn't like the fact that I left.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, whatever problems you had in game are not your problems here. We won't say anything, and we're not going to try to waylay you for any
Mm.
reward. You've already rewarded us more than a gold or silver can.
That's good. It's more to just reason why he's like that. He's a bit paranoid, and most people
Oh,
don't like it when they find my profession.
like I said, what you've done and who you were and what you've done is not our concern. Our concern is you brought us back to our families in one piece, and your plan is, from what I understand, is to help us get to the city. If that isn't a if that isn't a genuine act of oh God, what's the word I'm looking for?
Charity
No,
or
it's
Compassion.
no. Shit.
altruism.
It's gonna tourism.
Altruism.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you. If that isn't a genuine act of altruism, then I don't know what is.
Fair enough. And yeah, it is something that we've been trying to do on our travels. Just
If
prove that we're not as nasty as nobles like to try and paint us as.
if you need help getting into the city, I have a friend in the guard who might be able to get you in.
Fair enough. And
Once
we might.
once we get there, I'll find him and see what I can do. And the other brothers, they just kind of, as they set the cart back down on the wheel, and it kind of groans a little bit and steadies. They just shake their heads up and down in agreement with their brother. And if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
All right. It'll definitely be appreciated, and any little bit helps. Because wasn't lying. We did get that sandstorm did throw us off course really bad, and like your town elder said, it was probably divine intervention just to help as
Well,
many villages as we can.
he's the sort to see divine intervention in anything. So I don't know how truthful that would be, but I will admit it's damn good timing.
That it is. Um,
Anyway,
and
we've
he's
got the cart. Let's get back
yeah,
before it gets too dark.
so are the five of us able to push, pull, or other this thing?
You can push it and pull it. Yes, it's going to take all 5 of you, and it's going to take a strength check to move it,
Y-
but it can be done.
I mean,
Yeah,
you guys could just wait for the horses too, right? It's not like
yeah. And I'd probably openly ask that to him, going, "Hey, do we want to push this thing back, or do we want?" What
No,
do we want
it's
to?
much easier to get the horses hitched to it and get it out of here. The gnolls won't be coming back once this place is useless to them. They've done what they've done came to do.
Fair enough. Then let's make a quick trip there and back. Get everything set up for our departure. Then.
All right, you guys head back. It's another 3-hour walk. By the time you get there, the rest of the villagers are settled in. They're resting. They're, you know, taking stock of what they have. Most of them only got out with the clothes on their backs. One of them has produced. He produces a rapier, and he hands it to the elder, and he's like, "I don't know how to use this. It was my grandfather's, and I just I snatched it up as we ran. I don't know if it'd be of use to our adventuring friends."
Can I have some popcorn?
And the elder kind of looks at you guys and holds the rapier out. Do any of you know how to use this?
Our light-footed friend who went with the hunters do.
I see. Well, when he gets back, we'll let him take a look at it then. And he kind of, the elder eyes you guys up and down, and I really do think you were sent here for a reason, but I do have to ask,
Hmm.
what what were you doing out here in the first place?
Oh, we were heading to the port city actually. We got a little bit turned around in that sandstorm. Am I right? And yeah, we were heading towards the port city and just ran into your hunter friends. And
All
they
right.
directed us towards your village, and we figured it would be a good stopover on our way to the port city. And that's when we found it burnt to the ground and had gnolls chasing us.
You saw them. How many were there?
About 40?
You got
30,
so
30 to 40, yeah.
it's true then.
What do
And
you
he kind
mean?
of
You
like he
saw them
goes,
too, didn't you?
when they attacked us, there were 15 of them and about the same number of hyenas.
Oh,
And if what you saw were 30 to 40 gnolls, there's
yeah.
only one thing that could have done that.
What's that?
There's the story I've heard once when I was a child. It's about something called a fang, the fang of their god. It's supposedly some kind of a gnoll who's been blessed by their wicked deity. And from what the stories say, hyenas that feast on something that he's killed become gnolls.
Ah,
Hmm.
so they're making more of their brood?
Uh,
Jesus.
That's the
Okay.
only thing I can think of. Yes. And you see him like he's visibly pale and like shaky, and he sits down after a moment. And, gods, if that's the case, we need to get to the city immediately. There could be hundreds of those creatures before the end of the week.
That
Yeah.
quickly?
Each one of those hyenas become a fully grown gnoll.
Yeah. Well, yeah. So let's hope we can find a cart and we can load up those who have a hard time moving into that cart and we can go.
I need to. He stands up and he kind of like visibly shakes himself. I need to check on the rest of the villagers. Excuse me.
Mm-hmm.
And he walks away. About 10 minutes later, Ma and the others arrive with good news.
We found a cart. We were able to fix it up pretty good. It's only the one though, so only the most elderly and the youngest are going to be able to fit on that thing. We're going to go back and grab it.
Oh, the bowl I put in the kitchen.
Okay.
Can I get no popcorn?
Ah, sorry, getting the popcorn for my boy.
Oh.
Kid loves his popcorn. I swear.
He evolved from bread.
He did. It's popcorn, chicken nuggets, and popsicles now.
My cat absolutely loves popcorn.
Yeah.
Every time I
All right,
open a
bud.
bag,
Here you go.
she's up my ass for it.
Yeah, that's his probably about as much as Mott will do before him and the hunters are back off with the horses.
Yeah.
And
Um.
just for the funny of it, uh, I just wanted to check, going, yeah, these are our horses, getting to his, and just like, I don't know why he doesn't like me. He's mine, but doesn't like me. Um, and then they're off. I was kind of hoping for a low roll for it to bite me, in all honesty.
All right. So you guys get the horses back down there. Get them laced up to the cart. Get the cart back. At this point, it is dark, or it is becoming dark. And the elder looks at you, and I don't relish our chances if we get caught in the night. Let's stay here for the night, and then we'll move out first light. Is that all right with you?
Mm-hmm. Yes. How many villagers are there actually here?
There's about 15 to 20 people in that cave.
So just under 30 people total?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I think we should head out first light.
All right. Are you guys going to keep watch tonight?
I'm gonna get a good night's sleep. I'm gonna let other
Same.
people keep watch.
I
All
Same.
right. The hunters. You see the hunters take up position outside the cave, spears and bows drawn. You four rest. We'll keep an eye on things.
Yep. Yell if anything comes. We'll be there quickly.
You'll be the first to know.
I was gonna say that I was gonna at least join one of them on a watch. But if they got
Oh,
it, they got it, I suppose.
they do. When you get back, they do present to you the rapier.
Well, he'll be probably very confused and probably examine it like it. Uh, but as far as actually using it, he goes, I could, but it's not really my cup of tea. Anyone who actually, it's not really swinging, but a pointy end goes towards the bad guys, essentially. So whoever whoever had it, let them
Very
keep
well.
it.
Very well. I'll give it. I'll hand it back to Gregory, and if things go south, he can put the pointy end toward a knoll. I think he'll be able to manage that much.
That's all that we can really ask for.
All right. So you guys rest for the night. If you wish to join on a watch, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll probably do that. Perception. Dang it.
Not very good roll for perception tonight. Oops. So you guys, between you and the hunters, you keep watch all night. Nothing comes toward you. Nothing comes after you. Um, outside of the sound of people shuffling in the background and children crying and the sounds of pain from a few other people. It's pretty quiet. The next morning, you guys load up those older folks who can't walk very well, and the younger kids.
All right.
The gentleman the gentleman with the massive gash marks passes in the night.
Mm.
In the morning, you guys, the smell coming off of him is horrendous.
Was there anybody
Um,
else that had like a poisonous look to him?
no, none of the rest of them look poisoned.
Okay.
It was just him with the one gash marks.
Okay.
They they take about an hour to bury him in some loose rock. Basically make a cairn for him. We'll come back and bury him after the gnolls have been dealt with. Hopefully that will keep most of the scavengers off of him. So with whatever they did to their weapons, I don't think anything would take a bite out of him anyway.
Well, maybe a hyena.
True, maybe a hyena. God forbid, gods forbid whatever that does. Let's go. Nay,
So
you
how
guys.
many?
Hmm?
Sorry, how many horses did we have to hook up to the cart to get it to go?
2.
Okay, so we have one horse left between the three of us, and then everybody else is walking.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm gonna actually propose that I get the last horse, and that I scout. That I use it to scout.
That's actually a good idea.
So
Okay.
if you guys are okay with all walking, I think actually like Brian being small could potentially drive the carriage, and the smaller children and elderly can be on the carriage with him, and
Yeah.
then
Sounds good to
I mean,
me.
the carriage is big enough to probably carry 7 or 8 people by itself if it's just kids and
hmm
a couple of older adults.
yeah, wherever the slowest 7 people, you know.
Pretty much.
Yeah, so the kids all get loaded up. The 2 of the eldest members of the group get loaded in there. They manage to make enough room to squeeze the one-armed carpenter in there. He's still having a hard time walking. His balance isn't what it used to be.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
but they manage to squeeze everybody in, and then you guys start your march. Uh, Flame, you ride out ahead just to scout things out. Go ahead and make either a perception or a survival, depending on what you want to do.
Yeah. I will roll poorly. I will definitely try to pick up tracks. Try to obviously be aware of what's going on, but also like try to pick up tracks. Try to see if I can find any signs, anything that would indicate that the gnolls are nearby or had been here recently. That kind of thing.
All right. The 11. You do find the tracks the gnolls made coming towards the village.
Mm-hmm.
They're a couple of days old at this
Mm-hmm.
point. But it does look like it was only 10, 15 gnolls and about as many hyenas. But
Oh,
as you guys, but obviously from what you saw, something changed along that way.
yeah. Oh,
Um, as you guys continue to your trek, it's slow going. Some of these people are still mildly wounded. They're still a little slower than you would like, but you make good time. You travel for several days this way. Uh, Flame out scouting. The rest of you, staggered in between the grouping, so you can answer a call for help pretty quickly. Eventually, you reach the town, the port city, uh, the port city of Schwab. And you see the elder just let out a sigh of relief as the gates of the city come into view. You've gotten us here in one piece, and we thank you for that. If there's anything we can do to help you or yours, let us know.
Just a moment with your what was the head hunter's name?
Which one?
The head hunter, the one that
Him.
Tim.
Tim.
that spoke with Mott.
Tim.
Oh, Tim. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Just I just need to speak with him, Tim, and I'll. You guys.
Very well. We'll head for the gate if that's all right.
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right.
And as the cart passes and Tim stays around, going, this is where we part ways, and if you could,
I'll find my guard friend and see what I can do.
fair enough. Take care of you and yours, all right?
Will do. You boys take care of yourselves and don't get into too much trouble. And
Uh,
he kind of he holds his arm out so as to like shake his hand, and after a few moments, and one of if any of you do, he will walk away
yeah.
and head for the town.
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Shake and let him leave.
All right. So he shakes hands with those of you who wish to, and walks away. He gets to the gate, and after about 2 hours of you guys sort of middling around out on the outskirts of the city, you hear a horse approaching you, and you look up and see one of the town guards. He's dressed in fine chainmail. He's got a long sword at his hip, a crossbow across his back, and he pulls his horse to a stop. And are you lot the ones
Are
who
you
came in with the refugees?
Tim's friend?
I am.
Yeah, that
Well,
we are.
good. I'm glad to find you. Tim said you might need some assistance getting through the gates.
That we.
I won't ask any questions because if Tim says you need help, I will. And from what their story is, you've helped them, and I'll help you for that.
Thank you.
So if you'll
Just
follow me, and he pulls his head to one side as he heads for the south side of the city.
during our idle time, I would have let our group know the plan, like of Tim sending a friend.
Yeah, I figured as much.
Yeah, I just wanted to let it be known.
Yeah, as you guys follow the guard, he leads you around the south side of the city to a gate, a small gate on the south side. He walks up, and you see the guard who's stationed there snap a salute, and he snaps one back. These men need to enter the city quietly. I'm sure you understand what that means, young man. And you see the young soldier just snap to attention. What men, sir? I don't see any men with you. Fair enough. Go on, get in there, do your business, and try not to cause any trouble.
We won't. Appreciate it.
I
Thank you.
have no plans
Yes,
on it.
thank you.
And yay,
So the
made
gate,
it.
you see the young soldier open the gate, and then very blatantly, like, clasp his hands behind his back and look away from you.
All right.
You have made it to the port city of Schwab, and
Yay.
now comes the hard part: getting out of Neomar.
Yep.
Well, we just have to find Charles. No? Charles Schwab? Sorry. All right.
um,
Yay!
Yeah, is there any markings of the underground?
Go ahead and make a last perception check for the night, and I will tell you if you find anything.
Oh, damn it. Damn it.
You do not, on initial inspection, you do not see any markings or uh, thieves' cant that would denote any sort of like underground presence at this point. You're probably going to have to be in the city a couple of days in order to find something.
Fair enough.
So, Ninja, how much were you expecting us to stay and fight those gnolls?
Um, if you guys had stayed and fought those gnolls, it would have been a slaughter. Because
Like we would have slaughtered them? Nice.
no, the action economy was